Hi everyone, I'm Will from QLC, Quarter Life Crisis. So we've seen a change in the way that young people are looking at their careers. They're switching jobs every 2 to 3 years. They're looking to try new things, move to different industries, travel to new parts of the world. But if you have to think about it, the typical career journey has not been as flexible. In fact, it's actually really quite hard. The time, the money, the opportunity cost always holds you back from making that switch. But on top of that, it's really the fear factor that gets you really scared. Not knowing if you have the right skills, not knowing the right network, not knowing what's around the corner before you make that complete jump. And so at QLC, we want to help young people taste test different career paths without the risk. Just like Tinder, we want to make it as simple for you to try new things, get involved in new industries, and meet people outside of your network. And this is actually a really big deal because we're moving away from the information economy towards what we call the purpose economy, where 75% of the global workforce will be millennials, and they'll be looking to do things with purpose, with passion, with vigor, and following their own aspirations. So how do we do this? We're a marketplace that connects young people to short-term projects where they can get a combination of online training as well as getting their hands dirty with practical experience. You connect to the platform, you sign up, you get matched with interesting opportunities based on your tags and your interest. You connect to a small team based anywhere in the world, and you work on 6-week projects. So think of what we do as a hybrid between online education as well as practical experience. How do we make money from this? So at the moment, we're charging for every experience that you go through. You sign on to the QLC platform, you would pay for either the training materials or well as going through a career transformative experience. But what we want to do later on is really provide that end-to-end experience for the user. It's not just providing alternative experiences and opportunities, but also facilitating that end-to-end transition from short-term gigs to full-time opportunities. And we've actually proven this model to be working. Since our launch of our beta about a year and a half ago, we've had over 7,000 people sign onto our platform. We've had over 800 people pay to go through the projects, and we've had a bit over 200,000 Singaporean dollars in revenue to date. We're ramen profitable. So where do we see ourselves moving from here? So we start off by moving into the university space. At the moment, we're targeting Australian and UK universities, students interested in getting experience in Southeast Asia, and we want to move up the chain towards adult learners as well as passive job seekers. And we also have the right team to do this. So Faye, Luke, and I are ex-chronic job hoppers. We started our life across Singapore, Sydney, and New Zealand, and we moved over to join the JFDI Accelerator a year and a half ago. We're also backed by a very strong team, including Riley, who was ex-General Assembly Asia Pacific, as well as Josh, who runs Accelerator boot camps all across Australia. So we're here today to look for education partners interested in teaching the new world of work, as well as investors who believe in our vision and believe in our team. Thank you very much.
Hi, thanks very much for that. So the people who take up the opportunities, so they pay you a fee. Do they get paid?
No, so the way that it works, it's a short-term moonlighting experience, so you can do it outside of work or outside of your studies. The difference between what we do and, say, an online MOOCs course is you get the digital training, but you also get bite-sized tasks where you can dip your toes into something new.
And what's the average length of a project that
6 to 12 weeks, 5 to 10 hours per week, and the normal cost fee is about $300 to $500 for the experience.
Really like the combination, the hybrid. Where do you see the most demand for which kind of learning and what kind of short jobs?
So right now, our main focus are early stage startups coming from the Southeast Asian market. So we work with predominantly early stage pre-seed companies or Kickstarter and Indigo campaigns. So the end goal for the individuals going through the experience is actually connecting to really interesting projects as well as extremely talented and innovative founders anywhere in the world.
And give me some examples of trending jobs.
So our 3 core tracks is digital marketing, business development, and data analytics. We provide a framework behind working on these projects. And if I'm let's say, a banking student from Australia, I can connect to a fintech business in Myanmar and work on a digital marketing project. So it's really teaching 21st century skills, but also giving you insight into new markets anywhere in the world.
With the project pipeline that you have right now, how are you looking at growing that?
So right now we're working with about 200 startups in the region. We actually started off scraping AngelList and startup job portals, but as we start growing, it's really partnering with accelerators and incubators around the region, so we get a consistent curated pipeline of interesting businesses.
And your model internally, is it sales driven? Is that what you're, if you move past Craigslist and scraping Angel's List, like what's next for you? How do you?
So we've actually started doing a little marketing as well. So a combination of plugins to Kickstarter, Indiegogo campaigns to have an extra add-on for you to list the project, but also a bit of ads from our end.
And if I'm an employer and I have projects, like how can I find a way to sign up with you? And do I have a commercial relationship with you directly, or is it with the person who I'm hiring?
So the first stage of bringing on these projects is allowing you to sign up for free, because we want to essentially bring on as many projects and repeatable projects as possible. But as we move up the chain, when we have repeat projects from the same employer or from the same project owner, we actually charge them a recruitment clipping or a relisting clipping.
I've got one last question, if there's time. Is the service only aimed at university students, and do you have like an age criteria and cutoff?
So when we first launched, we actually focused on working professionals, so the banker, the lawyer, the engineer, looking to try something new. Though the problem with that is, firstly, we had to educate the market, and marketing this new platform costs a lot of money. So we actually took a secondary route, which is through the university channels. That allows us to build the infrastructure, get the foundation, and have much larger cohorts of people going through the program. As our product develops, as the market becomes more mature in understanding what we do, that's when we start going back to the B2C. Thanks so much. Thanks.